My loves, my lords, my ladies, my fellow peasants, welcome back into Maverick Baking and welcome to another chocolate review. Today we're getting our teeth stuck into some nougat, however you like to say it. It's from Cadbury and it's basically a diet food, but we're going to try and ignore that and see if it's nice anyway. If you're new here, my name is Kelly. Welcome to Maverick Baking. Here we conduct chocolate reviews, we share recipes, foodie vlogs, food challenges, yada yada yada. If that's your kind of thing, feel free to tap that subscribe button. We're talking about the Cadbury Delights. Now these are 3 different kinds of soft nougat bars. I don't know if this is going to be like a Milky Way, like the Mars Milky Way, or if it's going to be a totally different texture. It basically seems like a way to have chocolate for only 91 calories. Instead of just eating a smaller amount of chocolate that actually tastes good. I digress. So we're going to be tasting the orange and caramel flavour, the salted caramel flavour, and the hazelnut and caramel flavour. I have no idea what these are going to be like. I don't know the last time I've tried a nougat product from Cadbury that isn't the double decker. That counts as nougat. I don't know if these are going to be soft. It does say they are. I don't know if they're going to be kind of chewy and sticky, but let's find out. We're going to be starting with the salted caramel. It seems like the kind of baseline flavour. The thing that concerns me the most is the fact that this is marketed as a low-calorie product above everything else. It's clearly trying to, I know they're called delights, but there's the word light being in the title, the 91 calories being displayed almost as large as the logo and larger than the actual flavour description itself is always a... It says it's a milk chocolate with a soft vanilla flavour nougat and rice crisp centre and a layer of salted caramel. But we open these up. By the way, I've only seen these in multi-packs. I haven't seen these as like individual sale things yet. And this is what we see. They are very small, so it's unsurprising they're 91 calories because it would be difficult to fit any more in something that weighs 22 grams. But let's open it up and see if it's any good. Already not looking hugely inviting. It's looking kind of standard waiting room chocolate biscuit. And it doesn't feel like it's going to be a particularly soft nougat compared to like a Milky Way or something. It does smell like Cadbury chocolate on the outside and not in like the kind of Easter egg or advent calendar way. But let's see how it tastes. In a word, meh. Salted caramel doesn't need to be in the conversation anywhere. This is neither salted nor caramelly. There is the kind of chewiness from that caramel pool in there. As you can see, it is a soft nougat and there's a kind of soft sort of semi-liquid caramel in there, but it's something I would describe much more as a chewy nougat than soft. Not to the extent that a double decker is, for example, but when I think of soft nougat, I think of something fluffy like a Milky Way, something that melts, whereas this is much more kind of sticky, It doesn't taste like salted caramel. Though it smells like Cadbury chocolate, it does not taste like it. It just tastes like sugar. Does it taste bad? No. It doesn't really taste like a diet food either, but it's very small. The texture isn't particularly pleasant unless you're into chewy, stringy kind of caramel toffee texture. Would I buy these again? No. And for me, it's not even doing what it's advertising itself to do. So it's an absolutely weak 2 out of 5. Shall we move on to see if any of these others are slightly more promising, at least in terms of flavour? I don't imagine we'll get a kind of huge distinction in terms of texture from one to another. These seem like they're a very kind of copy and paste product. They're probably all going to look the same despite the different fillings. I really doubt that this one, for example, has hazelnut pieces. This being the hazelnut caramel one says it's milk chocolate with soft hazelnut flavour nougat, rice crisp being 3.5%. We got none of that in the first one, and a layer of caramel. Ingredients pretty much the same. No actual hazelnut in here, just a hazelnut flavouring, which is fine. I'm getting traumatic flashbacks to that hazelnut whisper review, but other than that, I doubt this is going to taste particularly hazelnutty. Again, it smells like Cadbury's chocolate. It looks exactly the same as the last one. Let's see if it's worth your money. It's better only in that it has a flavour, even if that flavour is just hazelnut flavouring. Again, a chewy, sticky nougat. Chocolate completely lost. Caramel completely lost and almost irrelevant. The only thing you taste is that like artificial hazelnut flavouring, because there are no actual nuts in here. I don't know why, you know, that would bump the calories up by what, 6? It's better because it has a flavour, but the texture is just as bad. And, you know, 2 of the main components being the chocolate and the caramel are completely pointless. They'd have been as well selling these as just, you know, tiny cubes of nougat basically. Could you get something of better quality that tastes nicer for 91 calories? Without a doubt. That's going to be another 2 out of 5 for me. Shall we move on to the final bar today and see if it can redeem itself? Again, looking pretty much identical. This one being a milk chocolate with a soft orange flavoured nougat and a Rice Crisp centre and a layer of caramel. This one at least containing some orange oil, so hopefully we will get a nice kind of orange flavour in there. Some of the other recent Cadbury orange flavour products have had a nice orange flavour. It can either be something really kind of aggressive and artificial, or when it's made using actual orange oil, such as the Teddy's chocolate orange or the Cadbury orange buttons, it can have a nice kind of natural orange flavour, which is really nice, because even if the product isn't that good, at least it tastes like the thing it's trying to taste like, you know? There is a little bit of an orange smell, but again, it's mostly just that Cadbury's chocolate, which we haven't been able to taste the last 2 times, but let's see if that changes here. The orange flavour is there, but much like the hazelnut one, it takes over everything else. You taste no caramel, you taste no chocolate. The only thing you feel is sticky nougat, and you're left with a really, really powerful orange flavour, which is nice. It does taste like actual orange. It tastes like orange zest, that orange oil. It's okay. But again, just very It tastes, the best way I could describe it is it tastes like a product that's made for kids being marketed at dieters. And not just because of the size. Like, the flavour is so basic and so kind of focused on nothing more than just sugar that it feels like a kid's product. It feels like you're eating something that's supposed to go into a kid's pocket for a snack or into a kid's lunchbox. It's so tiny. It's texturally, you know, different, but nothing too confusing or complex. The flavour is orange or hazelnut or just sugar, as is the case for the first one. It's a kid's snack. It's like a kid's Halloween snack. That's the best way I can describe this. Again, much like the other 2, it's at least delivering on the orange, but on everything else, it's very blah. It's a 2 out of 5 for me. Let me know if you guys have tasted these. Perhaps I'm just feeling a little bit too harsh. Perhaps I'm the wrong person to be reviewing these because I'm not a huge fan of nougat at times, but if these were a kid's product, I could get it. Like those super slim Cadbury's chocolate bars, you know, the thin dairy milk ones or whatever they're called, or a Freddo Frog. It's shaped and sized perfectly for children, and it's simple, easy to take in, easy to eat, easy to digest. That's what this feels like, except it's being marketed at dieters or people who are on some kind of calorie restriction, which is fine. I'm not judging for that. I'm not judging the consumer. I just feel like these are being marketed in the wrong way. Maybe they'll be very popular. Maybe people will love these, but I don't. And I think if it's a calorie restriction thing you're doing, you can get much tastier things for the same amount. You know, that's the main thing that irks me about these. Anyway, do let me know your thoughts if you tried them or if you've seen them and you haven't picked them up yet. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But I'm afraid that is all I have time for today. Folks, thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Your watches, your likes, your comments, everything. And I will see you for the next one.